Hey, and welcome back to Beyond the Idea. I hope you've enjoyed some of our previous interviews. I'm bringing today somebody who's not only a rock star in what she does in leadership, in human resources, in having difficult conversations, all those great things, but she's also a dear friend. So please welcome Dustin Jones. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Tony, for having me. I'm excited to be here. So I'm Dustin Jones. I'm the owner and CEO of Encompass HR LLC. I'm also the Chief Human Resource Officer for the Dallas Country Club. So I've got a little bit going on with both of those. But my main focus is to train and develop employees in corporate offices. And so I work with any level of corporate office that really wants to pour into their employees and train them on different things. My biggest topic right now is difficult conversations, like Tony said a little while ago. And it's teaching people how to have those conversations in a way that's effective and makes sense.
I love that because I mean we all like hide when we have to have those difficult conversations. So we think, oh
Yeah.
my God,
Yeah.
I got to call her and I have one that I have to do. And it's just like it's not a comfortable situation. Um, let's talk a little bit about human resources. And what I'm hearing a lot from people is retention. How do you keep your employees happy so they're not always looking for what's next and getting their way out of your business instead of staying there and growing with you?
Yeah. So retention, you're right. It's a huge conversation. It always has been, but I feel like it's more so important now because we have multi-generational workforce, right? You've got your baby boomers that are going out, and you've got your Gen X that's been around for a long time, and now you have your millennials and your Gen Zs and whatever the new moniker is for our new generation. But the retention, what I'm finding is that if employees feel like you are being honest and transparent and you are willing to pour into them and spend money and time to educate and train and to get them to that next level, you're seeing a higher level of retention. What we're finding from the younger generations is that they care about the money, but they care more about what they learn. What are you doing to engage me? What are you doing to make sure that we're giving back to our community? What are you doing to train me up to that next role? And where am I going? And do I feel like you're an honest employer? And so if you do those things and set up programs around trust and training and transparency, then you have a higher level of retention for your role, for your organization.
I love that. Now, as entrepreneurs and small businesses, we don't have an HR department. And I know you're a fractional HR person and you work with companies. What do you think is the number one problem that you're seeing in the entrepreneurial arena with human resources?
They don't know what they don't know. So even if you're not big enough where you don't feel like you're big enough to have an HR department, find an HR professional that can come in and help you strategically set up an infrastructure because there's still compliance that you still need to have. You need to be able to hire properly. It's one of the biggest issues that entrepreneurs have. It's how do I hire? How do I do it the right way? Do I want to hire a contractor, a consultant, or a W-2 employee? What does that look like? There's all sorts of compliance around that. And so you need to make sure that you have somebody that you trust, whether it's a fractional HR person like myself that can come in and help you strategically plan, or it's somebody that you trust that's been in HR for years that's just willing to give you some advice. But you don't know what you don't know, and HR cannot be that thing that you think about later on that, oh, I have an office manager, I'm just going to make him an HR person. There's a lot of education and training that goes around that. Or if you're a department of one, if you're a solopreneur or you're trying to hire on new people, find your local HR chapter for Dallas HR or through SHRM or in California or wherever you are. And they do things for departments of one that will tell you what you need to do if you don't want to hire somebody to bring them in.
Yeah, because the worst thing you can do is to have somebody working for you, an independent contractor or whatever, and you don't have the legal paperwork done, you don't understand the contracting, and they sue you.
That's
And you can lose your business. So thank
right.
you. I do want to ask because Dustin was my very first member when I took over this Dallas eWomen Network chapter. And I've seen her just grow from struggling, going, I just want to do this. This is my love, to now thriving. in her business. So what is it that you loved about eWomen? What did you see that you went, oh my God, these are my people? And how has it helped you in your growth?
That's a really big question with a really long answer, but I'll try and keep it short. So when I met Toni, I was looking for networking, and I thought coming out of 20 plus years in corporate that I was terrible at networking. We met, we became fast friends. I went to the meeting and I joined the same day. I did not have the money. I found was $237 that year, to be able to do that. And what it's done for me is I have found my people. I have found the people in the room that support me 100%. Because of eWomen, I went from my first year, I think I made a very little money my first year because I didn't get my first client till May. My second year, I tripled my revenue, and that came from resources and referrals and clients through eWomen. So one of the biggest things that I've learned is that because of the length and the breadth of the network that you have within eWomen all over the country, somebody knows somebody that needs something,
Right.
right? And so I will have people that are in finance, or they're in marketing, or they're in, something that's non-HR related, that meets somebody that says, I'm having some HR trouble. Oh, I know somebody, and they'll connect. So the connections are worth every bit of joining that network. Plus, I've just made some really great friends. And like I said, I found my people that think like me, people that want to do really well in business, people that give back to their community. And it's been eye-opening, and it's been phenomenal for me.
Well, and I love it. And we met because she wanted to be a speaker. And so we talked about that. And she has just gotten on bigger and bigger stages, more confidence. She was a part of my speaker network, and she is somebody that I'm actually going to listen to her this weekend speak on a stage. So it's been really great. And I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed getting to know you and having you in my life, and being friends. And you were like my first really good friend here in Dallas. So
I
if you want to
appreciate
get a
that.
hold of Dustin, how do they find you?
The easiest way to find me is at Dustin Watson Jones on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn every day, and it's the easiest way to connect.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. Very excited for what's coming for both of us and for you especially. We're probably going to be traveling internationally and speaking this summer, so it's going to be fun. So if you want to get to know more about HR, or having difficult conversations, or just get to know Dustin better, please reach out to her on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for your time.